Hello, spectators, and welcome to the show. It is your host, MosaicArts, here with the third stream of Minecraft Hardcore mode. As you can see from the title of the stream, this stream, we're going up, 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 up. We're gonna be. Wait, that's not what we're doing. We are gonna light it up, 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 light it up, up, like we're on fire. Or no, that's not it either. We're going to go up, up, up in the Minecraft world. Now, what does that mean? Basically, what that means is we are going to make some good progress today. That is what we're going to do. Really is what we're going to do. Yeah. Yes, Ludwig, that would be a K-pop Demon Hunters reference. I watched that movie too. It's pretty good. But yeah, one thing I wanted to say though right now, like it cleared up right away, is that the reason that we're streaming here on MosaicPlays again is, well, something I kind of figured out is YouTube's algorithm. I think I know how to handle it now at this point. And part of that strategy involves me... Wow, my controller is acting weird. What the heck? Part of that involves me streaming here instead of my arts channel, which of course is for more like discussion-based content instead of like what I've been doing. So, yeah. But regarding what I'm going to be doing today, well, as crazy as this might sound to some of you, I'm thinking of getting a mob farm started. No, yeah, I'm serious. Because, like I think I have already talked about, farms are really the key to you getting a lot of things started in Minecraft and Hardcore, to be honest. My mic sounds odd. How so? I guess you're not sure? But, I see. I'll see if anything I can do adjusts it. Right. But, yeah, like I said, the first thing we're going to do is figure out a place to build it. So, we already know of a jungle biome existing. So, that much will definitely help us out in what we're doing this time around. But, yeah. We are definitely going to rely on that to some degree. Pretty cold. I mean, cold? What am I saying? No, it's pretty, dark around here. So, I will see how deeply I go into here today. It's a little booming. There's a stacky sound whenever you... I think I know how to resolve that, actually. Give me a moment. Okay, so I think we should be good now. Wait, that's odd. There's probably something else you can do here, and it's not that. Oh, now, make sure not to screw around, by the way. Hopefully it sounds better now, but I adjusted some stuff. So, hopefully now it's not doing that. It's still kind of there? Shoot. I will try something else. Maybe this will solve it. And this. What am I hearing? Very odd. And it's raining. Fun. And not the infinite kind either. How about it now? By the way, let me adjust something real quick. That doesn't work. Let's see, get rid of that. Okay. Okay. No. Very strange. I'm not sure. That is really odd. But I guess, like, to not focus too much on that, though? Like I mentioned before, I'm planning to try making a, general mob farm, but it's looking pretty dark, so I'm just gonna go to sleep. Oh, yeah, it's a thunderstorm. Yeah, of course we're going to sleep. Hello? Next day, please? I mean, it's fine enough to listen to, just sounds good the last time I was here, but it sounds fine. Huh. I see. I will definitely look into that after this stream, to be honest. Because I try to make it as best as I can, but if something's off about it, I will figure it out and see what I can do. Like, I know sometimes, like, Bluetooth interference can have an effect on it, and to be fair, I am using quite a bit of Bluetooth stuff. Like, the mouse I'm using right now is Bluetooth, the headset I've been using is Bluetooth, and, given how I set up this overlay through, like, a website that I use that, like, supplies it for you and stuff, maybe that has to do with it. I don't know, it's a possibility. And while my Wi-Fi is, like, decent, it's, like, it's not the best, to be honest. So that all could be contributing to it a little bit. Which is why I might look into, like, getting a mouse that, like, doesn't need Bluetooth, or even a headset. That, like, you just plug in and it works. Oh. Let's just do this. Anyway, remember the cute anime girl show? Watch that looked like it was for kids but wasn't? Yeah, I finished it recently. Ah, I see. So, what did you think? That's all I'm wondering. The show was actually a masterpiece. Like, top 5 favorite shows. Wow. That's kind of surprising. I didn't realize. Well, that's pretty good, I suppose, for you. By the way, regarding where we're ultimately going to build this mob farm, I'm thinking we're going to look for, like, an ocean biome. Like, remember that ocean biome we went to last stream? I think we're going to go there and try to build it there, and then build the mob farm in a way where, like, it's, like, completely surrounded by water, so that if we fall at all, nothing happens. Because I remember that the last time that, like, I did that, what happened? Yeah, basically, the last time we did that, I actually, on one of my previous hardcore worlds, I fell off and died because I hit the wooden part, despite the fact that I was in a watery spot. So what we're going to do this time is start with it, like, not being in a watery area at all. It just seems like the best course of action, all things considered. Anyway. We are going to be grabbing a lot of wood this time around. But anyway, on a random topic, the 1-year anniversary of Subconf DS actually is today, as I already talked about on another one of my channels on MosaicArts. Which is pretty crazy, to be honest. Like, that's been a year since I released it, because it's just, like, that game, like, I gotta be honest with you and just allow you for a second real quick. That game, honestly, might be one of the very reasons that I honestly... And my axe broke. That game might be one of the very reasons that, honestly, I stopped making videos for a while, amongst a lot of other things, because, like, making that game was taking up so much of my time that, like, I just barely had time for much other stuff, and honestly, there was times where, like, I actually didn't look forward to working on it, but the main reason I finished it was just I had inputted so much time into it at that point to where I was just like, I gotta get it done at this point. I can't just put it off. And yeah, it has really been a whole year, Ludwig. Time really does fly sometimes, yeah. But yeah, that's the case. But one thing I am very interested in doing in the future, and I'm wondering if you guys also are interested in this, is developer commentaries. That was weird. I heard something. Developer commentaries of, yeah, of my different fan games, and talking about them, of course, on MosaicArts, because of the fact that I feel like they fit more there than they would really, like, on MosaicPlays, where this channel is kind of more for edited down gameplay videos and, of course, live streams of games that I play. But they seem like something that I would put on MosaicArts if you guys are interested in them. But yeah. But also, speaking of Subconf DS, Luigi Kid still hasn't played it. Like, he says that he's made the thumbnail and stuff, but, like, he still didn't play it. Do you think making the game was worth it? Are you proud of it? Well, that's a little bit complicated. On one end, I would say yes. Huh. I might be hearing that odd sound that you're talking about, Ludwig. But, yeah, what was I saying? On one end, I would say yes, I'm glad I got it done. But on another end, like, I think the game turned out pretty good. But honestly, there's aspects of it that, like, I just kind of wish I did a little bit better. Like, for example, the final level in the game, The End, I called it. I wish I, like, I don't know, did something differently with that level, because I just feel like the difficulty scaling of it was just a little bit off, to be honest. But honestly, like, other than the final level, there's not too many other aspects that I don't feel the best about how I did on them, but that's one aspect of it I do feel like. And then also, there were things I was going to put into the game that I ultimately didn't end up putting in because it's like, honestly, at that point, the game was just taking so long to make at that point to where I didn't want to just keep putting it off and off and off to where it almost just never came out. So, like, on one end, there's a lot of stuff that I'm glad I did right on it that I feel like I did. But on another end, there's just some aspects that's like, honestly, in retrospect, I could have done better with them, to be honest. That being one of the things I like that with. Now, where did I put my house again? Let's just figure that out. But yeah. Regarding if the game was worth finishing, I don't know. That's to be proven, I guess. Like, I can tell a lot of people really liked it, and hey, if I didn't finish it, I wouldn't be featuring Playhigh in my videos as much as I do. If you didn't know, the dark gray text that has the speech bubbles and like the Mario 2 sound effects, that's supposed to be Playhigh adding commentary along with All Mine and the Anti. And as you saw in the Mega Man 2 finale, anybody here who watched it, yeah, Chatter has joined in recently too, from 1-1.exe. If you hadn't known, that is who it's supposed to be that's, like, talking with that colored text, is the four of them. Yeah, I don't know if I made that clear, but yeah. And also, regarding how Infinite Quest is doing, I've been starting to get the ball rolling on it regarding the literary adaptation of it that I want to make, but it's a process. That much is for sure. About Subcon DS, why did I decide to let Mario get killed off so quickly? Well, I think the main reason honestly came down to that, like, I kind of wanted to, like, subvert expectations a little bit. Because I know usually the way it happens is that's, like, a lot of other people would have, like, saved Mario for last, most likely. But I felt like saving Peach for last was just a little bit more unexpected, but also had reasons that, oh, here's an ocean we can build it over, but I want to make sure I know where this is from where my house is, which I think is this way. But yeah, basically, I kind of wanted to subvert expectations, if I have to be honest, where it's like, I feel like a lot of other people with an idea like that, they would have had Mario be the last one, and I just feel like that's done so much to where it's like, especially when we're trying to maintain the illusion of it starts off as a more or less normal game, you playing as Mario first kind of makes sense for that reason. And the reason I think Peach being the last one could have made sense is that, honestly, Peach is a character that, like, I think tends to be a lot of people's favorites when it comes to Mario 2, because she has the whole floating jump power and stuff. A lot of people might almost have felt like that, like, Peach being the last one would have actually worked better than Mario being the last one. That's kind of one of the reasons I also include the secret I did that made it where, like, Mario survives a lot longer than he normally does, if you happen to find it, because I do know it could still fit in with that whole thing. I don't know if you specifically knew about that, Ludwig, but that is a secret I did put in. Anyway, looking for my base. Wow. And yeah, honestly, the original idea, even though it kind of turned into Peach having a lot of the screen time, was that you would play most of the game as, or most of the game would revolve around what happens with Toad and Luigi specifically, with the perspective of switching between the two of them a lot. And then Peach would be at the end, Mario would be at the beginning, and then most of the game was really more revolved around Luigi and Toad. As I kind of wrote in the credits of Subcon FDS... Oh, wait, I can look at the coordinates to figure out where to go. Can I? Yeah. Yeah, as I wrote kind of in the credits of Subcon FDS, EYX was a really big inspiration regarding Subcon FDS. So one of the things I was trying to do was kind of have a chaotic, unpredictable kind of structure to how the game played out. And so that's kind of one of the reasons why I had the characters, the 4 characters' perspectives switch as much as they did, because of the fact that what I was trying to go for was, well, a chaotic, kind of unexpected, hard to predict formula regarding how you would go about playing as each of the 4 characters. And one of the things I kind of wanted to have the aura of was basically leaving it a big mystery and question mark what's going on with Peach up until the end of the game. That's why Peach is featured so little until you actually play as her, is that was basically the intention of it. As I wanted it to be a complete mystery, what's going on with Peach, I wanted Luigi's part to be set up long before it happened. Mario and Toad's you do as they happen and stuff, but with Peach it's just a complete mystery up until you actually play as her, and it would make the player kind of wonder why we haven't seen anything with Peach yet. That's basically kind of what the idea was there. Now, where the heck did I put my house? I don't know. I'm going to sleep for now, so I can skip the night. But yeah, I'll probably talk about this a lot more in, like, the Subcon FDS developer commentary, which I eventually plan to make, and stuff. But yeah. Alright, can I go to sleep? Sleep. There we go. Whoa! Okay, I wouldn't have taken much damage, but still wouldn't have been great for that to happen. Okay, forget it. At this point, if I can't find it, I'm going to, like... Oh! I need to start saying that more often. If I can't find it, I'm going to do this. And then what happens? I immediately find it. Perfect. Okay, but, what was I going to do again? There was something I was definitely going to do that's kind of useless because you don't respawn on hardcore. But what was I going to do? Forgot that I had these. Honestly, it might be a really good idea to go, like, mining underwater for a while, because, like, it's a much safer place to mine than, like, the surface, but, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. How much coal do I have, or charcoal? I don't have a lot. So a little back to Madoka, the show I recently finished. So the first 2 episodes feel mostly kid-friendly. You only get a feeling sometimes... Feeling something, I meant to say. Often, then, episode 3 happens. Dang. That's pretty crazy. As crazy as Amy from Whisper of Soul and the Crazed Amy route. No, I haven't forgotten Whisper of Soul. I mean, come on, it was my first long-term edited Let's Play. Of course I'm not going to forget about it. But, yeah. Sounds as crazy as that. What was I trying to do... Oh, yeah. We want to make another copper-like thing. Yeah, copper axe. Let me look at these coordinates again. Okay. So let's see. Find a body of water. Honestly, I think it'd be smarter to build it, like, right here. Because it's still a body of water, but it's also, like, right nearby, meaning we could super easily access it. Whisper of Soul is low-key life-changing. Yeah, honestly, like, I'm wondering what way you mean that in? Like, if you mean it in the sense of, like, that's how much impact the game had? Or, like, my Let's Play of it, or both. Because, honestly, yeah, I agree. Like, that game changed my life, too. Like, there's just something so impactful about it. Like, even despite the criticisms I had of the game, I am so glad I played it, because it's just, like, I really liked it. Like, there was just something so amazing about playing it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there was just something I really liked about it. So I do agree that, yeah, it was very impactful, honestly. And I'm really glad I played it. But speaking of it, I actually have recorded, the remake somebody made of it. I just haven't gotten the chance yet to actually, like, upload it yet. But I did make it, so that much is something to know about. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, like that demo somebody released, I've actually made the video on it now. I just haven't yet gotten to it. So now what I'm going to do, like I talked about, is I'm going to break this and stuff. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, because, like, I don't want to fall on this thing, onto this thing accidentally and die while I'm trying to build this thing up. So, we're just going to break this right now, so that if we fall off, we, like, absolutely fall into the water. So that way, when we're building it up, yeah, we're good. We good, we good, we good. We bad, we bad, we bad, whatever the heck that means. Whatever, no idea. Let's see. You know what? Let's take this off, too. I mean, Whisper of Soul isn't that old of a game, and I do have my criticism as well, but I can't but look back on it finally. I just know my life would be very different if it didn't exist. Honestly, mine too, probably, if I have to be honest with you, because it's just like, yeah, I just don't know. I just think a lot would be different, to be honest. But see, with how we're doing things, if I do fall down, it's fine. But first off, let's, save the coordinates. So, let's see. This is Y66, Y62. This means we're trying to build to about Y186, give or take. Yeah, Y186 is our goal. Keep that in mind, chat. Maybe somebody could even say it, just to make sure we keep that in mind. 186, that is where we're trying to build. I mean, I probably wouldn't be here for a stream if it wasn't for that game. Honestly, yeah. I think you're completely right. Yeah, I do believe you're completely right, and honestly, I don't even know if I'd be doing YouTube if it wasn't for that game, to be honest. Like, literally, the way that, like, that Let's Play came to be is that when, like, what happened? Like, when I was, thinking of plans of, like, just stuff to do in general at the time, I just suddenly kind of got the idea of, like, why don't I record my playthrough of, like, yeah, basically, why don't I record my playthrough of Whisper of Soul? It just seems like it's a game that's, like, big enough of a deal to where maybe I should record it. And at the time, I hadn't really been used to recording on YouTube yet. I had been streaming, like, I think Mega Man Maker and stuff on Twitch. I hadn't really, like, yet, like, thought about the idea of actually recording a YouTube series and, like, uploading it and stuff, to be honest. But yeah, that has definitely changed now. But yeah, 186. Kind of reminds me of the SpongeBob YTV I watched one time, where, like, it was like some clip was just like, what's 9 plus 10? 86? Because there's this whole thing that happens in one episode where it's like, what happens? Like, one of the cops was kind of saying, like, oh, Mr. Krabs, we're going to need you to 86 those patties or whatever. So somebody decided to turn that into a joke. I don't know. Very random fact of this stream and stuff, but yeah. But yeah. I will say, do expect more EXE stuff in the future, of course, because, you know, I'm currently still editing, what is it? I'm still currently editing, the next part of Sonic EXE to Destiny, but I have no intention of stopping on that series, and yeah, that is certainly something I'm going to be doing in that regard. And when I get the chance, I will definitely get to, like, the, yeah, what is it? The, finished Nightmare video, as well as, like, other stuff, but yeah. There is stuff to do when it comes to that. But yeah, let's see, we're on 86! What was I just talking about? It's so funny. I've seen the weirdest SpongeBob YTPs ever. One was very, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think I know exactly what you mean. You don't have to say it. Of course not on this stream especially. But yeah. Anyway. Anyway, let's see. Anyway, on a random discussion topic, what do you think of, the upcoming trailers for the, Super Mario Galaxy movie? Jays did say from a recent post that finished Nightmare will soon be finished. See what I did there? Yeah. But yeah, on a random topic, what do you think of the upcoming Super Mario Galaxy movie? Personally, as I've made pretty clear from, my posts I've made on, like, Game Joel and YouTube, I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be even better than the first one, to be honest. Because it's like, there's a lot that's going to go on in it. As we know, Yoshi is there, but then Luigi's going to be more involved in the plot this time around. I just, in general, think it's probably going to be better than the first one, especially since also Rosalina is there and stuff. Though, what this does make me wonder, since they're already doing Mario Galaxy, is, like, what the third movie is going to be about. Like, where are they going to go from here? I don't know, to be honest, where they're going to go from there. It just seems like I have no idea what they're going to do next. Because it's just honestly really hard to know. Because if you're already having the characters go to space, like, on just the second movie, it's like, where do you go from there? Like, if you want my opinion, I honestly almost think that they probably should have, like, saved, like, adopting Mario Galaxy for, like, the third movie and then focus this one on, like, something else. Like, I don't know. Maybe adopting Super Mario World or something like it, or something like that. Like, I kind of feel like maybe they should have done that. Instead of going with things the way they did, that might have been what they should have done. Anyway, sun's going down, so we're going down for now. But yeah, how do you guys feel about the Super Mario Galaxy movie? That's just my opinion so far from what we've been seeing regarding the trailers. So here's what I think I want to do. Let's go grab scaffolding. Or make scaffolding. The reason, of course, being, well, yeah. So we can get back up there a whole lot easier. But I guess we'll see how much string I actually have to work with on that end. Hope I'm wrong, but Illumination kind of has a bad track of making their sequels really bad, but I'm hoping it's good, but I won't be surprised about it turning out being bad. Well, from what I've heard, to be honest, on that end, Nintendo actually has more creative involvement with the scripts of these movies than, like, a lot of their other productions, to be honest. So, with Nintendo actually having more control over how the stories actually go, I think it's in pretty good hands in that regard, since they tend to know that pretty well. I feel like they would know their own characters pretty well. It would make sense. And like settings and worlds and stuff. Like, from what I've heard, from what I would think. That might even be like the reason that the first one honestly turned out as good as it did, because of the fact that, like, yeah, Nintendo was way more involved with the creative process than like some other adaptations they really find themselves to be. And also on that note, what was it? What was it on that note that I was also trying to remember? I remember what it was. Oh yeah. The other Super Mario Bros. Movie. You know which one I'm talking about. The one they released in like I think it was the 90s. Yeah, Nintendo I heard was barely involved in that one because they just felt like they didn't need to get involved, even though it's like it would have been probably so much better if they had gotten involved, if I have to be honest with you. Because then we maybe would have actually gotten a good Mario movie, to be honest. But from what I heard, it was like it was a thing where, like, the other Mario movie that was made way back then was being made with, like, a very odd mindset that, like, from what I've heard, they were trying to compete with Jurassic Park? Like, a completely different thing from Mario? Just because it had, like, I guess because both have reptiles, which is probably the most surface level you can get, to be honest. The live action Mario movie actually have it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like, seriously, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make the Goombas tall. Like, it's like, what? Oh yeah, and Toad, he's some guy now. He's not a mushroom person, he's just some guy. Oh, and Yoshi's literally an actual raptor now. And it's like, oh yeah, and we're not going to have Princess Peach right away. We have Daisy instead. Oh yes, the iconic princess that everybody knows. Not Princess Toadstool, not even Princess Peach. I know they're one the same, but you know what I'm saying. No, guys, we have Daisy. It's like that moment where it's like, can we have Super Mario? We have Super Mario at home. Super Mario at home. Seriously, no, really, it really is like that. It's like, what were they doing? Like, I'm pretty sure they don't even bash a single block like Mario and Luigi. Speaking of Luigi, no mustache. Where's his mustache? Why is he wearing his cap backwards? Yeah. My brother wanted it for Christmas and he got it. I haven't watched it, but I got it. Yeah, you were certainly in for a movie, to say the least. That's what I can say about that. Just a heads up, you are certainly in for a movie if you do decide to watch it. Not a good one, but like, certainly a movie. There's also a 23-year gap between Mario and Luigi's actors. What? No idea. It's just so funny that it ended up being made like that, because it's just like, this is so not Mario. Why did they do this? I don't know. It's so random. But yeah, let me just level with you real quick, chat. I kinda need to do a thing called using the restroom. I'll be right back. Enjoy some music in the meantime. And I'm back. Anyway, going back on topic, we were talking about the Mario movie. The original Mario movie, by the way, of course. Yeah, it's just like... That is what happens when somebody hands off the rights to their work to another company and doesn't do any other deeper background checks on them. But yeah, honestly, like, that's kind of one of those reasons I feel like it's like, this is kind of a piece of advice I have for any creatives in my chat that might have their own original ideas that they want to, like, make one day and, like, make, you know, a thing that exists and stuff is like... Sorry. Yeah, sorry. They were drunk on set? Is that for real? Is that actually for real? I don't know if I ever knew that. Well, that explains everything. Well, that explains everything. What? Seriously, that explains everything. Like, what? But... So basically, I'm sorry, what? Hello, Scene Wonder Alex. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're talking about the original Mario movie, basically. And how, like, just funny it was in a certain way that they obviously didn't intend. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Scene. So basically, I think you forgot to set your stream to low latency because of the 20-second delay. Shoot. Sorry about that. I will remember that next time I am hoping. Low latency, you said? You know what? Like, yeah, we can keep talking, but I'm actually going to try to see if I can resolve this. Like, what you're talking about, because I forgot again, and I can tell it's kind of a important thing to fix. But yeah, we can keep talking and stuff, but yeah, my brother said so. He's a nerd and stuff like this, so I trust that he speaks the truth. Fair enough. That makes sense. But yeah, no. We'll resolve it. We're resolving this. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to give this a shot, and I'm going to see how this goes. I just realized the stream has a lot of short potential. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure it does. So, let me test something now. And I want you, chat, to repeat after me as I say this. Sonic 3 is the best classic Sonic game. Repeat what I just said after me, chat. Let's see. Okay, that didn't fix it as far as I can tell. Okay, that was pretty long. Let me see if, like, there's something else I can do. Yeah, like, I'm going to try to fix this now because I can tell it's a little bit of, like, a issue, to be honest. Sonic 2 is the best classic Sonic game. But yeah. Anyway, let's see, continuing. Let's see. You gotta do it next stream. It's a setting on YouTube Live. Dashboard won't let you change it because you're live. Okay, got it. Just locate the setting, you'll remember what to change. I think I kind of see what you're talking about. Like, I'm looking at it and stuff, and, like, I'm seeing that there's settings that, like, I'm not able to change right now, but I can definitely do it. But it's on the YouTube Live dashboard. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. That last bit wasn't supposed to sound super menacing, by the way. I was just quoting a movie with that last part. But yeah. Okay. So for now, we're going to continue with this. But yeah, anyway, we were talking about, what was it? Oh yeah, the, original Mario movie. Yeah, that was certainly a thing they decided to make. Where is the sun? It's setting again. You can only sleep at night and during thunderstorms. It's sunset, game. What are you talking about? Fine, now. I get it. I see what your game is. Game. I see what you want me to do. Fine. I will do whatever the heck you want for now. Yes, I will. I will do that real quick. Okay, the sun is setting. The sun's been setting for a while. Good. There we go. Wow, 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 wow. Or whatever. That is the thing we have said. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, we were making more ladders so we can get back up there. Because right now we do not have much string, so yeah. Since I've been talking about good shows and that, I'll give you my top 5 best shows. Oh, I'm very interested in seeing what you have to say. Maybe while we're at it, seeing you could give yours too. And then I'll give mine that I've seen at the moment. But yeah, go ahead. Fire away, Ludwig. Fifth is Stranger Things, fourth is Madoka, third is Hunter x Hunter, second is One Piece, one is Avatar The Last Airbender. I see you're a big anime fan. But yeah, a lot of animes are pretty well written, to be honest, so that kind of doesn't shock me. Yeah, because you've been talking about all 5 of them a lot, so like, I can see that it wouldn't be a huge surprise to find out that's the case, for me anyway, yeah. We're going to try to avoid that ladder, by the way, because, like, it could be a hazard if we hit it. So, yeah. Whoops. But yeah, that's pretty interesting to know. Anyway. Building this mod farm at the speed of precision. Or whatever stuff. No idea. But yeah, I suppose since I'm not getting an answer from Cena at the moment, my 5 favorite shows at the moment. Well, here are 5 of them in, like, no particular order at the moment. Let's see. Well, I do like Dragon's Race to the Edge, the other 4. I also really like, Pokemon X and Y, to be honest. I think that one's pretty good, too. The other 3... I don't know. I gotta watch more shows, I think, if I have to be honest. Like, as of late, I haven't been watching that many TV shows. Maybe I just need to watch more TV shows, because it's like I'm having kind of hard time filling this out, to be honest. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to the other three, it's kind of hard to decide right now. Because I guess I haven't been watching that many shows, but I guess instead I can talk about my top 5 favorite games of all time at the moment. Well, one of them I think I would definitely say is Minecraft itself, because I'm playing it right now. Makes sense. But I would also say Mega Man X is definitely one of them. Like, which one? I don't know. I would say the first three in general, but I don't know if I can pick a specific one. In terms of other games I really like, let's see. Well, Super Metroid's pretty cool, I would say. And when it comes to picking two other ones, let's see. Two other ones. I would say, let's see what level we're at. Okay, let's keep going. When it comes to picking two other ones, I think I would say that, like, Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 are pretty good. Avatar: Last Airbender is a must-watch in my opinion. Yeah, I've even thought of kind of watching at some point. I just need to figure out what streaming service it's on, unless you do know that, Ludwig. Because, like, I don't have a DVD player in my house, I haven't had much room for it, if I have to be honest. I do believe it's on Netflix. Okay, I'll look into that after this stream, if it in fact is there. Not going to leave that there. Don't watch the live-action version because the cartoon's way better. I would think so. To be honest, that doesn't really surprise me. Honestly, speaking of cartoon to live-action adaptations, despite how I know a lot of other people feel about it, I didn't really have a huge problem with the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. I actually liked it quite a bit, and this is going to sound insane to some people. I might have actually liked it more than the animated original. I know how crazy that probably sounds to some people, but, like, I might have actually liked it better than the animated original. Like, I liked the animated original a lot too, but I don't know. I might have actually liked the live-action version better for once regarding that. And yeah. First I say I don't think Mega Man 2 is the best game. Now I say this. Oh boy. I have some opinions for sure. But yeah. That's kind of the case. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't really have a huge problem with it, to be honest, even though I know some people did, to be honest. But yeah, that is certainly a thing. But yeah, I do know, honestly, I agree with the notion, though, that most live-action remakes just aren't as good as the original. Like, literally any Disney one. Like, pick any of them, and I probably agree with you, to be honest, that, like, the animated version was better, to be honest. But yeah, that is one of those places where I would say my opinion's a little bit more unusual from what I've been seeing from some people, to be honest. But yeah, that much is the case there. But yeah. Hmm. Regarding... Oh, yeah, my, other two most favorite games of all time. Huh. That's hard to say, to be honest. Other than those three I just named. I did say I do like Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 a lot. I also, I really like Super Mario World. That's a really good... Oh, yeah, one really good one is Kirby Superstar Ultra, to be honest. Like, I have a lot of really good memories with that game. Oh! Oh! I just remembered one that I didn't mention until now. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Yeah, I really like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Like, I really like the story. I really like the graphics. I like the art style. I like the gameplay. The remake was, like, really good. I really liked it, to be honest. Yeah. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I don't know why I didn't think of it until now. But yeah, that's one that I really like. That I just didn't think of until now. So yeah, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is definitely on that list too. Of, like, my top 5 favorite games of all time. Yeah. So what did I say the list is? Minecraft, Mega Man X, what else did I say? Super Metroid, Minecraft, and I think I said Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, and honestly, that probably does fit into my top 5. It's really good. Yeah, Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. It's really good. So I would say for me, it's probably those 5, to be honest. If I had to pick another 5 to put on the list that would make up my top 10, I think one of the games I put on my top 10 is probably Sonic 3. Yeah, definitely Sonic 3. Like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles specifically is what I'm talking about when I say Sonic 3. Because, yeah, I think you guys know about that whole thing where it's like... Or maybe you don't? Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles were both originally going to be one game, but because of time constraints and I think literally a deal with McDonald's is what I'm understanding, they ended up making them both the same thing. Like, that's what I remember anyway. Was the case with that, but yeah. When making a top 10, I would say Sonic 3 is probably, like, my number 6 pick. I would, if even that, like, is still in no specific order. Mega Man 9, I'd probably say, is in there too. And when it comes to picking 3 other games, I don't know. Alright, I have a hot take. Sonic 2 is better than Sonic 3. Huh. Why would you say you feel that way? Because I personally think Sonic 3 is better, but I am just curious of why you feel differently, exactly. Just wondering. That's all. Like, we can have a civil discussion here and now about, like, that. Like, why do you prefer Sonic 3 over Sonic... I mean, no, Sonic 2 or Sonic 3. I'm just kind of wondering. Because, to be honest, I like Sonic 2 also, but I do have my problems with it. But first, we can hear what you have to say, Ludwig. We welcome all game opinions here. Like, literally, you could literally come up to me and say, I don't know, Sonic 06 is your favorite Sonic game, and I would have questions, but honestly, it's your opinion. I'm not gonna... I thought I saw something. Good thing I didn't. That's good. But yeah, I am not gonna judge, though. But, like, yeah, I'm pretty serious about that, what I just said. Like, you can come to me with just about any game opinion about, like, a game's quality and stuff like that, and I most likely will not judge, to be honest, because it's just, like, honestly, they're all video games at the end of the day. There's something we do for fun. There's something we talk about for fun, and, like, really, it's like, if somebody's opinion they have on a game changes how you view them as a person, it's like, maybe you shouldn't do that, to be honest. Like, not going to get into it now, but there are way bigger things to have that kind of perspective with than that. Like, again, I'm not going to get into that right now, but, like, yeah, just saying. Anyway, it looks like the sun is going down again. Okay. I think the gameplay in Sonic 2 feels more smooth and fast than Sonic 3. I also have more Sonic 2 nostalgia. I feel like Sonic 3 has a lot more low points on MMO. Oh, I actually want to hear what you think those would be. Because, it's an interesting take. I've heard it before, I just haven't heard it in too much depth, to be honest. But so if you feel like Sonic 2 is a more quick game, that honestly does make sense because of the fact that it's like, yeah, Sonic 2. Yeah, Sonic is a game that a lot of people play because they want to go quick and stuff like that. That is kind of the game's whole sell and stuff like that. So if that's the reason you prefer it, then that's a pretty fair reason that makes perfect sense, to be honest. Anyway, going to sleep again. You can only sleep at night or during thunderstorms. I understand. Whatever. Okay, let's see. Sonic 3 has Marble Garden, Sand... Oh. Huh, but I'm pretty sure you don't actually... Oh, I know what you're saying! I know what you're saying! Okay, Marble Garden, like... Sonic 2 only has Metropolis. Ah, I see, I see. I get what you're getting at, yeah. Because Marble Garden wasn't that fun, to be honest. I do agree with that. And then also, Sand Ocean, I know what you're talking about. Sandopolis, I'm pretty sure. And then Barrel Night, you're talking about Carnival Night. Oh boy, the Barrel of Doom. Yeah, at first I was just confused on what you were talking about, but then I was like, oh, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, to be honest, all those levels are pretty low points. I mean, Carnival Night wasn't the worst to me, but, like, honestly, Sandopolis and Marble Garden are just not that fun to me, to be honest. Like, something about, like, the visuals of them and, like, what else? Yeah, something about the visuals of the level and the pacing of them. Yeah, they're not the greatest, to be honest. So, honestly, I get it. Yeah, even if, like, I still think I prefer Sonic 3 in general, I can kind of get it from that end. Especially if you're talking about, like, the re-releases of Sonic 2, where you can actually save, because that's always been one of my biggest gripes with Sonic 2 in its original release, is that similar to Mario 3, I feel like the game, for being a game that doesn't have a save feature, overstays its welcome, basically. But, like I said, that is fixed in a lot of re-releases of, like, what is it? That's fixed in a lot of re-releases of Sonic 2 where you actually can save, which to me makes it a much more respectable pick for a favorite game. Like, in that situation, because of the fact that it's like, you can actually save. Sonic 2 has a more pick up and play, I can just speed through and have a good time, IMO. Yeah, I get it on that end, because it's like, when a game has consistency, it is a lot easier to pick it up, play it, anytime you want to, because compared to, like, when it's just not as consistent, and so you're not as easily able to do that, to be honest. It's kind of like In and Out in that regard. Okay, now that I'm thinking about Ludwig, you probably haven't even heard of In and Out, but, like, it's like a burger place that exists, you know, in the US and stuff that has, like, pretty good stuff. That, like, one of its whole sells is that you can just go, well, in and out of it really quick and stuff. But yeah, I'm just realizing now that because you're from Denmark, you probably actually haven't heard of that place. But yeah, it is a place that exists. And it's pretty good. Yeah. But, yeah, like, that's basically what I was just doing, is I was just kind of making a comparison, to be honest, because, yeah. In that regard, because of the fact that, like, yeah, I can understand, like, if a game has a more streamlined, like, experience to it, why one might enjoy it more. I think in my case, I just have a lot more not-so-good memories of Sonic 2, to be honest, than it sounds like you do. Like, there would be so many times where I would play the game and stuff, and, like, I would game over very late on, and so I would have to play through the entire game again, because I would fail right at the finish line. Like, I would fail at Metropolis, or I would fail at Wing Fortress, or the Death Egg Robot. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's another one of those things I'm like, I didn't really like about the original release. And to me, most of these problems are in fact fixed by you, by what? Oh, we're almost there. But yeah, most of these problems are honestly fixed by you, playing a version that has the ability to save. Because if you're not playing a version that has the ability to save, Sonic 2 just becomes a completely different game, I feel like. But when you can save, again, it changes everything, and it makes the game a lot more enjoyable to play, because you feel like you can play it at your own pace and stuff. Nope, doesn't exist in my country. We have McDonald's and Burger King now. Yeah, I figure. That's the thing that's kind of funny about that. Is that, yeah, In-N-Out's a place that's mostly only in, like, California, Washington, like a few other states, to be honest. So I figure that, like, a lot of people probably actually haven't heard of it if they don't actually live in those states, to be honest. But yeah, me, I'm a Californian, so I would know In-N-Out. But yeah, continuing on that topic, yeah. So now, I do honestly kind of get it for that kind of reason, because it's like, that doesn't really cross my mind when I play Sonic 3. I just see things like, it has a more cinematic presentation, it has more like, music that I'm a fan of, it has more memorable tracks and like a lot of things like that, and the gameplay to me is overall pretty fun, and I also really like the elemental shields, and I think a lot of those things are like why I personally like Sonic 3 better, but honestly, I can get liking Sonic 2 a lot also for that reason. But anyway, on another topic, I have yet another hot take. I have a heads up for you guys, anybody that follows this channel. I have quite my fair share of gaming hot takes, if I have to be honest with you. Another one I have is, Super Mario World is better than Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, don't get me wrong, Super Mario Bros. 3 is a good game and stuff like that. It's a fun time, it's a solid experience, but I just think Super Mario World's the better game, to be honest. Like, I don't know, there's just a lot I like about it better. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And, like, Mario 3, it kind of is the same kind of thing where, like, if you're playing the original release, I just feel like it's just not as good. While, like, if you are playing, like, the All-Stars port, then again, I respect it as a pick because you can actually save on that version and the advanced version, to be honest. So, like, really, what I've come to learn is that save features make a huge difference regarding a game and can literally make or break it. Oh, well, I like Mario 3 better. Well, I get it, if you're playing the All-Stars version. But yeah, that's something that I've been shown by games like Sonic 2 and Mario 3, is that, like, what is it now? Like, a save feature can literally make or break a game, to be honest. And then also having shortcuts and ways to, like, save your progress and stuff, it really can do that. Like, for example, Subcon VS, I can just tell, would not work as a game at all without a save feature. It just would not work as a save feature in the slightest. Or, what? No. It would not work as, like, a... What now? It just would not work as a, like... as a game. Like, Subcon DS just wouldn't, without a save feature, to be honest. Because, like, given how long the game is, or without a password system, which is why I settled on, because, yeah, like, I wanted it to feel more NES-like, that's the main reason, but yeah. And Whisper of Souls is another one of those games that, if it didn't have a level select, it just could not work. I grew up with Mario All-Stars so I could save in Mario 3. Yeah, see? That makes perfect sense. You were able to save in Mario 3, and honestly, that's actually what I grew up with as my first version of Mario 3 as well, the All-Stars version, and I really did enjoy it a lot, to be honest, because, you know, you can actually save for a game of that length. I think that's what the main thing is that's really important about the experience, is, like, can you save, to be honest, because of how long Mario 3 is. But yeah, like, the original NES Mario 3 just did not have a save feature, which I just do not know what they were thinking with how long of a game the original Mario 3 was, to be honest. Like, I really do not know what they were thinking, if I have to be honest, on that end, to be honest. Because it's like, Mario 3 is a game that is like, literally, if you don't use the warp whistle, the game is an entire multi-hour adventure that, like, most people, unless they have all day, are just not going to get through in one sitting. Like, you're just not. As a kid, I couldn't get past the second level of Mario 2. honestly, that's fair, because, like, honestly, that level, I can see how, for much younger people, how that could be hard to figure out, because the whole thing of, you know, riding on the magic carpet and stuff. So that is fair, that would be kind of a challenge to figure out. Now, yeah, regarding my experience of Mario 2, I don't know. I just remember it mostly just being positive. I don't really remember any super crazy parts that I played in my case, or that were crazy to me at the time. But yeah, to me, the All-Star ports of, like, the classic Mario games, and, like, I don't know, the advanced versions are also pretty good too, but honestly, I think the All-Star ports are honestly just the definitive way to experience the classic Mario games, because honestly, most other, like, versions of it, like the originals for the most part, are just, like, a huge challenge. To be honest, that's, like, really gonna give you a hard time. So yeah, on that end, I agree. That, like, honestly, all the classic Mario games are all really solid experiences when you're playing on the original All-Star ports, because of the fact, or not the original All-Star, no, the remastered All-Star ports, because they all give you a save feature and enhanced graphics and stuff, which really improved the experiences of all 4 games. And yeah, I said 4 because of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Like, yeah, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels especially, because, like, Super Mario Super Mario World The Lost Levels, what did I just say? That's probably a ROM hack, let's be real. There's probably a ROM hack called that, let's be honest. But yeah, continuing on that whole topic, like, the Lost Levels literally lets you save level by level, which I get why they let you do that, because, like, seriously, Lost Levels is a hard game. Like, every level will challenge you. Seriously. I mean, maybe it's good classic games are hard because it helps you improve as gamers when we get older. I guess that is one way to view it, to be honest. When you do have to actually work a little bit for, like, achieving something, it gives more meaning to your achievement and stuff in the game and stuff. Like, one little secret I kind of want to let out about, like, Infinite Quest's games is that they're going to have difficulty settings. I'm not going to say what the context is right now, or, like, what the distinction is regarding the difficulty settings and stuff like that. But yeah, the Infinite Quest games are going to have difficulty settings. I will say that much. Because, like, I do want to keep it accessible and stuff, you know? But yeah. Anyway, it's raining. I should probably just see if I can sleep. It almost looks like a thunderstorm, to be honest. Which, if it is, yeah, I'm gonna go right to sleep. Jumping around at the speed of the rain. Got places to go. We gotta get the flip to sleep. What's so crazy about that, what I just said? That was actually the real title of a kid's book before. Go to sleep. I am not kidding about that, by the way. That was actually a title that a real book actually had one time. Targeted towards kids. Did I just see a creeper? I hope I didn't just see a creeper. But I don't know. That might have been a creeper, what I just saw right there. It is very, very, very possible. Anyway. Let's see if it was... I don't know. I don't think so. But of course, taking precautions. Let's just do this. Wait, that's not the precaution. The precaution is crafting this stuff inside. If that was not clear. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let's see. But yeah, I was making my top 10 games of all time. Hmm. Regarding what the other three would be, Mario Galaxy 2? Honestly, yeah. I also really like Galaxy 2 a lot. I've seen this video of a girl who's never played games before. Wait, I'm gonna climb up this first before I read your thing. If you don't mind, because, like, I just want to make sure I don't fall off the ladder and die, or something like that. But yeah, so first, let's climb up. Okay? I've seen this video of a girl who's never played games before. Try Hollow Knight. She was struggling with basic movement, which makes you realize how different it is to not grow up with games. Honestly, yeah. Like, it can be a challenge if you haven't been playing video games for years to know how to play them. I hadn't really thought of it like that until now, but yeah, to be honest. Like, I guess the reason in my case Minecraft is so easy is because of the fact that, like, I was so used to, or no, a lot of games I play are so easy is that I played a lot of different games growing up, to be honest, and so I got very used to and accustomed to a lot of different play styles, I guess, over time. We're almost there. We are almost there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We are almost there. Okay. Okay. Let's also just make sure we don't mess up the, like, specs or whatever. I don't know if that's the right word. Specifications, yeah. On the, mod farm, to be honest. Yeah, 186. That's where we're trying to go. Yeah, and we're about to hit it right now. Yeah, and I think that's it. The reason this probably went by so quick is that this is a jungle biome, to be honest. Or, I went to a jungle biome, so yeah. Next, the thing to do was just make a big platform. I want to make sure this is high enough, actually. So let's jump down again. Okay, let's see. 162. That should be high enough, yeah. Not many mobs should be spawning down here while we're up here. Yeah, if I'm counting right. So yeah, let's go back up. Remember you doing something like this before with the tower? Which tower? If you're talking about, like, that time I was building that tower in that one hardcore where I fell off of it, yeah, I was trying to build a general mod farm, but then I just messed up. And honestly, I think we can just keep this ladder for now, if I have to be honest. Because, like, excuse me, we don't have, sorry, we don't have access to soul sand yet. Yeah, like, we don't have access to soul sand yeah, what am I trying to say? We don't have access to soul sand yet, so I think we can just fill those up like that for now. And then just, I don't know, put, like, something to mark that they're, like, I think we should just put something different here to show that, like, we plan to do stuff with them, just not yet. I know. We'll do, this. Here we go. Yeah. Why can't I do this? Okay. I Just in case, let's build this more in the direction of, like, this way. Just so we, like, don't fall off. So since we were talking about classic games earlier, opinions of Sonic 1. It's a pretty solid start to the Sonic series, but honestly, there's definitely flaws that it has too. One really big one being, what is it now? Marble Zone and Labyrinth Zone. I don't know, though, to be honest. Like, even though Labyrinth Zone kind of, like, goes against the principles of what a Sonic game is, I kind of like it, I guess. Like, I find it kind of relaxing, I guess, to go through. Definitely not as good as Sonic 2 and 3. Yeah, I don't think it's as good as them either. Especially... no! 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 Show! Oh my gosh, the reason I was laughing at that is so inappropriate. I'm not gonna say any further. I'm not gonna talk any further while I laughed at that. Anyway, Sonic 3. Or, not Sonic 3, the original Sonic 1. One of the biggest flaws of it, like, one of the biggest problems I always had with it, is just that, you can't spin dash in it. And that's just kinda lame, to be honest, that you can't spin dash in it. Because it's just kind of like, spin dashing just makes the game play a lot better, while in Sonic 1, you always would just have to, like, what now? Like, you would always just have to kind of, like, run up the hill and hope you get enough momentum to proceed in a lot of times and stuff, which was just not really fun, to be honest. What the heck was that? That was odd. But yeah. Anyway, we are going to continue. Huh, I guess you can't place it unless you move that? I guess not. But yeah, putting this fence is actually pretty important because it'll prevent you from falling off. I think I know what you meant when you said why you laughed. Yeah, I'm not explaining any further. And I don't think you should explain any further either. This is being uploaded on the VODs channel, as we know. I mean, the thing I could probably do is just cut all this out when I make the actual VOD, but, you know, don't want it to be cut. Probably better to not do that. Okay, so I'm gonna need iron. Which, yeah. Iron is not going to be the funnest thing to try to find, but for this to work, we need iron, and so I think we're going to just want to stop for now. We're going to mod farm. Unless we have the iron sitting somewhere, which I just don't think we do from what I'm looking at. Yeah, we do not, from what I can tell. Honestly, yeah. Let's go on a little bit of a mining trip and see if we can find it. So we back in the mine, swinging our pickaxe from some side to side, side to side. This task of ruin 1, gonna find some iron 2, 999, 999, and da 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 da. We might honestly traverse into there. Like, the less time spent there, the better. But to be fair, we have the means to actually survive in there now, if I have to be honest with you. Huh. Not back to the cave spider. Yeah, we're gonna just stay away from mine shafts until we have, like, enchanted diamond armor or something. Or just the means to take them out quickly, or even just milk or something. Because it's just, like... Cave spiders are, like, scary, honestly. Like, maybe that's one of the few cases where band of arthropods might actually be really useful. Cave spiders, if I have to be honest with you. Because then we can just one-shot them and boom, they're not a problem. Like, I don't know, cave spiders might actually be one of those mobs, especially in hardcore, that's worth one-shotting, if I have to be honest with you. Okay, can this, like... I guess I don't really need to, because of the fact that it's like... Yeah, I'm going to be in the cave, so it's like, I'm not even going to be outside? Might as well, like, stay here for now. So... why don't we do that? Oh, I didn't put it in here. Alright. But yeah, I think we're going to give that cave a shot, to be honest. Hopefully everything goes well, but this is a risk I think is worth taking at this point. Is there anything I can make with this one singular diamond that's worth getting me now? Not that comes to mind, to be honest. Okay. But if you do decide to watch Avatar Last Airbender and you say you like the Pokemon anime, you'll probably like the first season, but season 2 and 3 are way better. Ah, okay. Got it. I will definitely give them a shot when I have the chance. Okay, so here we go. This is risky, but... oh my gosh, there's a skeleton. Okay, see, I don't even know how we're supposed to hit that skeleton, actually. Yeah, how do we... how is that skeleton still hitting me from there? What the heck? That's crazy. Let's see. Okay, we can make a bow, from what I can tell. Yeah, we have all the materials we need. That's crazy. So yeah, perfect. We can make a bow. Okay. And there we go. Now let's put some stuff away to make room. Skeletons have hacks. Yes, they do. Clearly. Clearly they hacks big time. They hacks so hard. Like, dang. Like, really they do. Okay, and I think we're good. Wait, let's put these fence posts away. We don't really need them. I think we can keep the ladders. Anyway, yeah. Back down we go. Let's see if the skeleton is still there. Hello, skeleton. I'm back. Coward. What a cowardly skeleton. What a coward. Okay, let's tread very slowly. Like, everything we do matters. There's no places where you can drop down on me from, okay? Okay, I just want to make sure there's very few avenues of ambush. That's why I keep looking above me, if you're curious. Okay. We have a full iron armor set, so we can survive in here. It's just, we need to tread really carefully. The caves are scary, but they're important to progressing, so not diamonds. These aren't diamonds. They're fakes. Okay, let's see. Let's look the other way. There's some iron. Okay, so we need exactly 20 pieces of iron. As soon as we get the iron we need, we are out of here. The sooner we get out of here, the sooner we find the iron, the sooner we can leave. Only 2 pieces. Nice. So this portion of the VODs is going to be a little bit quieter because I'm really trying to focus and make sure I do everything right. Man. That's an avenue of ambush. I want to be careful with that. Yeah, let's, like, go up there. Do you see those videos I made that I sent to you? I actually haven't gotten the chance to view them, but I'll try to after this stream. I'll try to take a look at them. Ah! Just a bat. Just a bat. Just a bat. Huh. Okay, that's 5 pieces of iron. Let's just go back to a lit up spot. You know what? Yeah. Mine this stuff. Yeah, shields are just vital for you to have in your early hardcore world. Like, without a shield, you have, like, no chance. Because it's just, like, skeletons and creepers are, like, the most threatening mobs you're going to run into, and shields give you a perfect counter to that. At the end of the year, you should make a MosaicArts Funny Moments 2026. Yeah, that's actually the plan, Ludwig. I haven't really been making them all this time, but, like, I plan to start making them starting this year, since I haven't really mentioned that. So that's something that's... Man, that's a long drop. Definitely going to be happening. That is a long drop, man. Pretty scary. Maybe we're going to try to avoid there for now. Okay, just keep lighting up this cave because it's like... Ah! Stay back! Stay back! How are you not dead? Dead. Good. It's just... Seriously. Even with full netherite on. Without blast protection, those guys can just kill you instantly. Like, seriously, if you're not careful. So you just gotta be careful whenever, like, you see them. Because it's like, one bad move and you're dead. Seriously. Because they make so little sound, that especially adds to that. Okay, there might be enough iron here. Creeper! Scarier than anything. Aw, man. What did I just say? I think this is it. Oh my gosh, it's a really big vein. That's great. Oh my gosh, we're one short. There we go. Hold on. Just do this carefully. Okay, we have it. We're good. Go. We're leaving. We are leaving. Okay, just tread carefully so we don't, like, fall to our death or something crazy like that. But, go. Yes. We are out. Yes. We are leaving. Whew! Yeah, that was scary, but, like, it had to be done. Like, this mob farm is going to be really important going forward. So, it had to be done. But, like, that was scary. That was so scary. So, let's get to the point. Last furnace, these 10 can go in there. And the rest of these can go in these furnaces. But yeah, so the reason we need that iron is for the hoppers. And honestly, it's like a mob grinder is just good to have. That is why I have done what I did. We need a mob grinder. Seriously, we need a mob grinder. And there we go. Okay. In fact, let's do this ahead of time. And because we got coal, we also are going to have all the material we need for torches as well. And there we go. 4 hoppers. But now we also need more, what is it now? We need more, jungle wood. So, let's actually grab more of that. But yeah. Regarding, plans going forward. Like, after we finish making the mob farm, I guess we'll see. why don't we, like... this feels a little bit risky. Why don't we climb up here? And then just... mine from the bottom. Being careful. There we go. Again, I just don't have much to commentate on right now. And my axe is gone. Shoot, I'll come with an anime that you've probably heard of. It's called Naruto. It's so bad, the character's so ugly, and the story is boring. Huh, I never watched it. I see. Yeah, I just haven't watched it, so I don't have much to say. To be fair, I only saw 12 episodes, so that was enough for me. I see. I haven't seen many more than that, but I haven't... Wait, what? No, I haven't watched Naruto at all. But I see. I haven't seen Naruto, but I see. Good to know. But yeah, I've been just a little bit quiet because I don't have much to say, to be honest. I'm just kind of trying to get this mob farm built, and yeah. That's a lot of wood I'm breaking down. If you're getting tired, I guess that might be possible, to be honest. I might even, like, see about finishing this grinder next stream, because there honestly is still quite a bit of work left to do. And honestly, I kind of don't want to drag this out longer than what I can handle with, like, keeping things interesting. So, why don't we honestly do that, to be honest? I'm going to go back to the house, and I think we can wrap things up today, to be honest. Like, I can tell that, like, I'm gone on for about as long as I'm, like, able to at this point. You can only do the same thing for so long before you just, I don't know, start to just slow down a bit, and I'm fine with ending it here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking at this point. We've been going on for a while, like 2 hours now. I'm pretty sure is what we've just broken now. So that is, in fact, what we are going to do. With that being said, though, MosaicArts is leaving the building. Be sure to check out my other channels, such as MosaicArts, Mosaic Shorts, where I make 1-minute highly edited videos, MosaicVODs, where I upload stream archives of the streams that I do on this channel. Check out InfiniQuest and what's going on with that. Check out my Game Jolt to see fan games of which I've developed. And until next time, spectators, see you the next show. Shoot, I broke my torch accidentally. Darn it.